Good morning, everybody, and welcome to day 2 of our planets review. I have a shout out to Emily because she turned in her favorite fact about a planet, and she actually talked about Jupiter, how it was the 5th planet from the sun and our largest planet. And I'm excited that she picked Jupiter because today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into our outer planets, which are our 4 planets that are farthest from the sun, and they are also referred to as gas giants. So as we're watching our video today, I want you guys to really listen to some interesting facts about those 4 gas giants: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. They may or may not talk about Pluto because remember, Pluto is not technically a planet. It's a dwarf planet, but it is still part of our solar system. Even so, it wouldn't count as a gas giant because Pluto is, first of all, very, very small, and it is not totally made of gas. So as we are watching our video, I want you again to listen for some facts about those 4 gas giants and anything you guys find interesting. Let's go ahead and get started. Computer is acting up today.
Welcome back. If you were with us last time, then you got to join Squeaks and me on the first half of our tour of our amazing solar system. The solar system is the sun and all of the things that orbit around it. The biggest of these are our 8 planets. Last time, we started with the star at the middle of our solar system, the sun, and we stopped by for visits to Mercury, the smallest planet, followed by Venus, which is the hottest planet, then our home, Earth, the only planet that we know that has living things on it, and finally Mars. Those 4 planets are the only rocky planets in our solar system.
So again, these are our inner planets, the 4 that are closest to the sun, and they're referred to as rocky planets because they are made of rock and not gas like the outer planets.
That means that they have hard, rocky surfaces, and if you could fly there, you could actually stand on them. But way out beyond Mars, you'll find a totally different kind of planet, ones that are made almost completely out of gas. Scientists call these the gas giants. And the first one we'll bump into is also by far the biggest planet in our solar system, Jupiter. This planet is made up entirely of thick layers of gas, and it's so big that Earth could fit into it more than 1,300 times over.
Huge.
It even has more than 60 moons of its own. Jupiter.
So again, remember, we've talked about our moon and how we only have 1 moon on planet Earth. Imagine if you lived on Jupiter and you were looking up into the sky every night and you could see 63 moons. That's crazy to even think about.
Is also a very stormy planet with wild winds whipping all over all the time. One storm called the Great Red Spot has been raging on Jupiter for hundreds of years. The storms sometimes get smaller or bigger, but it has been there for as long as people have been studying Jupiter with telescopes. See you later, storm. Our next planet, Saturn, is also really, really big and made of gas. But you can tell it apart from Jupiter and other gas giants because of its big, beautiful rings. Actually, all 4 of the gas giants have rings around them.
So that's something else special about the gas giants. Our 4 outer planets are all made of gas, and they all have rings around them. The inner planets do not have rings.
But most of them are so small and faint that it's hard to see them. But Saturn has the biggest and the brightest rings, and they might look fancy, but they're really just made of dust, rocks, and ice. And even though Saturn is really big, it's also very light. Some scientists think that because the gases that make it up are so lightweight, the whole planet would actually be able to float in water. If only we could find a bathtub big enough. Saturn is the furthest planet from the Earth that you can actually see with your own eyes. You'll need a telescope to spot our next gas giant, Uranus. Unlike all the other planets in our solar system, Uranus spins on its side. Nobody's exactly sure why, but it could be that a large object smashed into the planet a long time ago and knocked it sideways. Besides moving differently, Uranus is also a lot colder than the other planets and is sometimes called an ice giant. It has reached the coldest temperature ever measured in our solar system, dipping almost as low as 223 degrees below zero. Oh, brr. But it's not getting much warmer where we're headed. Come on, Squeaks, let's find our last gas giant, Neptune. Neptune is the furthest planet from the sun. It could take up to 12 years to fly to Neptune from Earth. And Neptune takes a really long time to orbit the sun, over 160 Earth years to go around a single time. But it has at least one thing in common.
That's crazy to think about. 1 year on Earth is how long it takes us to go around the sun. It would take 160 years for Neptune to go around the sun one time. That means you guys won't be alive by the time Neptune finally makes it around the sun. crazy.
Common with its big brother Jupiter, it also has giant storms swirling on it. Scientists called one of these storms the Great Dark Spot because it looked like a big blotch of dark blue. And this storm was fierce. Scientists think that the winds inside the storm were the strongest, fastest winds anywhere in our solar system. But this storm didn't last as long as the one on Jupiter. The last time astronomers pointed their telescopes at the Great Dark Spot to take a picture of it, it had disappeared. But a new storm has formed on another part of the planet. Whew! That was an awesome trip. Now we've seen all of the planets in our solar system. But what else is out there? Plenty. Those rocky planets and gas giants are just a few of the things in our massive solar system. It also has asteroids and comets and other small worlds made of dust and ice, and almost certainly tons of other things scientists haven't even discovered yet. So grab a telescope and start looking. Maybe you'll discover a new world out there. Thanks for exploring with us. And remember, if you have a question for SciShow Kids, let us know by leaving a comment or emailing us. Thanks, guys.
So hopefully you guys learned some cool new facts about the gas giants. I would love to hear some of your thoughts below in our comments later. Have a good day. Bye.